It's actually, it manifested in almost a very formal way from early on. You know, I sort of read a book, a scientific divulgation book that was written by a Russian scientist living in the US, who was about the revolution of quantum mechanics and relativity. And you would think that at 12 years old would think, would not be drawn by that. But for me, and maybe because of the word revolution, I just felt that it was amazing that people could think about quantum mechanics and relativity, because they were not concepts that you could observe, you could see in the reality around you. And I don't know why at such an early age I thought that that was so remarkable. And it's amazing that now I'm a particle physicist, and so I deal with elementary particles. And elementary particles are very small, so you have to use quantum mechanics to describe them. And they travel very fast, so you have to use relativity to describe them. So it's almost like I'm doing what I was dreaming of when I was 12 years old, which is, I find it amazing that life could get you into this circle, that you go back really from your beginning. And sometimes, when, because it's not always fun to be a professor, sometimes, things don't work, sometimes things take longer than you expected. But I always have this feeling that I'm able to go back to the dream. I'm able to be patient, to try harder, and not to get too frustrated with it, to just keep going, and I'm really, when I'm set on a road, I really keep going.
I mean, you seem to have quite a remarkable attitude.
I do have a remarkable, very optimistic at the end, yeah. And I think that to be a scientist, you do have to be optimistic, in my opinion, because really, everything that can go wrong usually goes wrong. It's like sooner or later. And so you really have to be persistent. Yeah. I think that almost stubborn. I always feel like being a little bit stubborn is also good, because it keeps you on the road. You keep dreaming, you keep thinking, okay, I've not found, I'm going back a little bit. I worked I searched for the Higgs boson for many years. I was working in an experiment in the US, which was called CDF, that was at a collider nearby Chicago, which was called the Tevatron Collider. And I had 6 students doing thesis on searching for the Higgs boson. And at the end, we found the Higgs boson in the experiment I worked here at CERN in Geneva, Switzerland, at the Large Hadron Collider, and in 2012. So it took years. It's almost like you have to be so persistent that you arrive almost at the point that you think, oh, maybe it just is not there, and then you get a surprise. And the data show you that in fact it was there, and it's just a wonderful feeling. But you have to be confident. You have to keep your hope high.